everybody. If you recall, I'm writing on the topic of second career teachers, in particular teacher induction processes, and how to best optimize in-class effectiveness. So after some preliminary research, I discovered that there are already several studies on the topics of motivating factors to enter teaching, teacher certification, and retaining good teachers. So in light of this, in these studies, I decided that I would conduct my own interviews on topics that were more relevant to my paper. So some of the questions that I asked in these interviews were along the lines of, how does your prior experience manifest itself in the classroom? How do you interact with your department and with the administration? And what changes might you like to make to your school? So I planned on interviewing 3 mid-career teachers from my high school and my middle school. And these 3 teachers have a variety of professional backgrounds. They teach a variety of grade levels and a variety of subjects. And from this, I figured that even though I have a fairly small sample size, I would get a pretty diverse range of opinions. So the first person I interviewed was an 8th grade U.S. history teacher, and his prior experience was in law, politics, and real estate. And the way that his prior experience manifested itself in the classroom was in 2 ways. First, he designed a college-style constitutional amendment seminar that was optional for 8th graders. Second, he started a finance elective at the school that was available to everybody. And the way this teacher viewed himself in the school environment was as a businessman delivering goods to customers. And he viewed his customers as the students, the teachers, and the administration. And he felt that he had a fair amount of autonomy within this system to do what he wanted to do. The second teacher I interviewed was a 12th grade economics teacher, and his background was an executive in high tech, and he studied economics in school. And so he had a strong mastery of the course material, and he could also bring in real-world examples into his lessons. However, he felt pretty isolated from his department, and he felt that this may be due to his prior position, that people felt put off by that position. He also had a strong opinion that the administration was trying to squelch creativity in the classroom, and that they were actively not promoting true learning that should be happening there. So the third teacher I was supposed to interview was my 10th grade algebra teacher. Unfortunately, she was absent the day that I interviewed the rest of the teachers. And so instead, I was able to interview my assistant principal, who provided a great administrative perspective. So it turns out she was also a part-time actor earlier in her career and was trained in college as a family counselor. And she mentioned that she used these skills every day when dealing with the rowdy teenagers. And so when I asked her about teacher and class effectiveness, she mentioned that most teachers had a fair amount of freedom in class to do what they wanted to do. However, there did need to be certain standards that were enforced to make sure that students in different class sections were getting a fair educational experience. So as you can see, there's a big range of opinions in just these 3 people in terms of in-class effectiveness. But the real question that I need to address is, what are the biases of these people? What are their credibilities? And how can I extrapolate those opinions to the opinions of the general population of teachers and administrators? So in conclusion, I would say that these interviews are going to be a great supplement to the existing research that is there on my topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.